Oh, go for it. F2.
Oh no, don't.
One meter.
Is that even on? One.
Yeah, everything should be.
Shit. Mike, I hate to do this to you. Could you ask Luke if he left a laminate at the front for Gavin?
A
tour laminate?
okay.
For Gavin,
Uh-huh.
for Gavin Harry, downstairs. Because he's walking up right now.
Okay.
And I need to get him up in the dressing room. and talk
Hi there,
to him real
guys. How are
quick.
you?
Okay.
Alright, good stuff.
But I guess I could just tell him to come by the backstage. But could you just ask Luke if he left him a
Do you want
laminate?
me to like sit on the floor or?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Gavin
okay.
Harry.
How do you? Would you want to stand
No,
up?
no,
or something, or
no.
yeah?
No, don't stand up. This is all. It's sort of chilled. It's called out. You know, I mean, half of these questions might be about music. You know, we'll just see how it goes.
Right on.
We'll just start having a chat. Is it alright? If I just shimmy this along?
Shit, so
Yeah,
that's
it's a
cool.
shot. All right.
You can sit down if you want. You like it better up against there? You're gonna sit down.
This is nice. This is cold. This is ridiculously cold for
Yeah,
England.
it is cold out today.
What's the weather like in Chicago? Don't say windy.
It actually is unseasonably warm. It's
Yeah?
yeah.
What sort of, are you used to snow over there and stuff? Or?
Yeah, but you can handle it out there. We just over here fall apart with that much.
I know.
People not going to work.
Sam, the guy who's like part of Music Crowns, he was supposed to be here this evening. He's just had a kid though, so we'll forgive him on that. But he was like, I can't come in. My wife's ill. I've got a new baby, and it snowed. And I'm like, okay. And I'm sitting there going, this morning, fuck, I couldn't get to work. And I'm thinking, am I even going to be able to get on the train? I cannot let this thing down now. Like,
Just
it's
from a
such-
little bit of snow.
I know.
Yeah, no, we get a lot.
Yeah.
When it comes, we get a ton of it.
Do you guys ski or anything like that?
I do. I don't snowboard or something every once in a while. There's not a lot of good places last, so.
We're alright?
Yeah.
We're going? Okay. Hi there guys, Music Crowns followers. This is Roy Taylor of Easy Tiger here. We've got Soil just before their gig at the Electric Ballroom in London. I'm guessing they look pretty excited to me, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah! Woo! Come on!
Yeah, man!
This is the true statement. Like,
Yeah! I like that guy.
This is one of those interviews, like I said, we've had 3 bands this evening, 3 interviews, and this is true to the case. There's more hair than a Cousin It festival. It is insane. So, guys, we've got Soul here. They're all the way from Chicago, the second band of the bill, who are from the States, along with Fozzy. And we're just wondering, guys, like, how long have you been around for now?
15 years.
15 years.
Yeah, we're
So,
ancient.
have you, you guys know each other since you were kids, or?
Yeah, me and him have been playing together for, I guess we're going to be dating ourselves.
Yeah.
For 22 years, since we were little kids.
To get in the way of relationships, or?
Sometimes.
So yeah, I feel like my best mate's a guitarist in my band, and I do get my girlfriend sitting there in the morning going, "Who's that on the phone?" And I'm just like,
Who do you think it is?
Exactly. 7 in the morning, and he's saying "Morning Treasure." What's the deal?
Yeah,
Only I'm a treasure.
our girlfriends say that we talk more to each other than we do to them. And they don't appreciate that.
Yeah.
sometimes.
It happens.
Whatever.
You
Me and Anna are married for life. So.
do you feel like with it being being a band, being part of your life, does it feel like work anymore, or does it just feel like it's
Well,
you?
it certainly feels like work sometimes. I mean, but it's just something you have to do. It's more of like it's just what we do. It's just part of our lives. It's something we can't remove or I don't know what the word I'm looking for.
Was there a certain point when you got signed, or when your first album came out, or like your first gig, or something, like when you felt like, oh my god, this is it, we're there?
I would say when we first did our deal with J Records and signed with Clive Davis, that was the first. I mean, we had other previous record deals, and me and Adam were in a previous band, a death metal band actually, back in the day, and kind of when
Oh!
hey, it's the goose.
That's a loud goose.
When we signed that deal, that was like our first glimpse of, wow, major label, we're gonna get millions of dollars put into this record to really get a shot at making something happen. And, we're getting, picked up by limos and staying in really cool places and working with top name producers. And I think that was a time when we really felt like, wow, this is what it's all about. Well, the great thing is we never really let it get to our heads. We still kept our hard work ethic and continue to, you know, be thankful for it, you know. And yeah, it was
That's cool. Like, you know, I guess you still really enjoy like going home and seeing your friends and family.
Oh yeah.
oh, yeah. Like that first tour, for the Scars record, we were on tour for 13 months straight, and
It's a long time.
yeah, if you kind of added up the time in between that we had off, we were home for probably maybe a total of 2 weeks over 13 months. So it took a toll on a lot of things. You know, we missed out on a lot of things, and you know, you kind of get in that mode where you're just like, you don't really know anything. We the last thing we did was I think it was Ozfest. I came home and you're just like, you don't know what to do with yourself. That's all you've been doing is living on a tour bus for a year. You know, so.
So do you find like, you know, like you said, you're on the road for 30 months, so there's cities you've been through and you just like didn't even see it.
Yeah.
I went in, I was straight in the venue, out, and I didn't even know
That
what it
happens
looked like.
most of the time.
Yeah.
There's been countries you've been to that we
Yeah.
really
You can
see.
feel like that even though, like, when you're English and you just go over on the boat to Calais and you're like, I'm in France and now I'm not. So
Yeah.
you just go straight in Belgium and then that skip by in an hour. Just fall asleep on a coach or something.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool. So yeah, like, you know, we've just had a little chat about like your past and sort of where you come from and sort of you say about like past tours and stuff. Is there, are you going to be continue touring for the immediate future, or have you got a break lined up? Or?
Right now, our plans for the future is we're going to be like self-producing and putting out our own record.
Okay.
So basically, it's a new thing for us. It's really exciting for us. We've been doing this a really long time. We've learned a lot over the past 10 years of having records out on major labels, independent labels, and yeah, it's finally time where we take the reins and we're just going to do it ourselves. So we already have recording lined up with a producer, Ulrich Wild, and yeah, and basically all the touring and all the shows we've already planned, all ourselves anyway. So
Oh, wow.
basically, yeah, we're just going to take it to the next level. And
That sounds like a big sort of change. Is that something that's taken a lot of time, or is that something that you all felt like quite?
We've always, you know, in
it's
recent
been an
years,
evolution up to it.
yeah, in recent years, we've been doing a lot of the things ourselves and in-house because, you know, we've been around for so long and known so many things that have gone on in the music industry that, you know, we've kind of been self-managed now for a number of years, and we just felt it was time to totally, you know, just do it all ourselves this time. I mean, naturally you have to have some partners like distribution partners and radio people and marketing, but for the first time I think ever in our careers we're actually going to 100% call all the shots ourselves and just make all the decisions ourselves.
Just from the point of view, like, you know, obviously to our followers, explaining that, like, you know, you call the shots. Are you talking about like you pick who you want to record with, or is it you pick the
Yeah.
shows you want to do, or the people
Oh,
you go
yeah.
on tour with? Or...
Oh yeah.
I mean, the shows and the tours have always kind of been that anyway, but you know, we're going to pick who works our radio single, we're going to pick the publicists we use, we're picking the distribution partners, you know, and who we're going to do the video with, how we're going to shoot it, what the first single is going to be. We're kind of making all the decisions that a record label typically would either make for you or have a large influence on. There's not going to be that this time, so it's truly going to be a 100% independent album.
Brilliant stuff. I did see on your website you are in the process of getting a new album going, aren't you? Yeah. How far are you down the line with that? Are you recording yet, or?
We did record one song for it, and part of our campaign was doing a Kickstarter campaign, and we did do a song that I'm sure will end up on the new record as well. But that's kind of been sort of a little bit of enticement to say, hey, yes, we are recording a record, and it is available for you now. So like but for the people that pre-buy the record, they're going to get something of that record immediately. But songs are written, we're ready to go, and even time scheduled, and so we're set to go. So
Cool. Is there like with you when you write stuff? Do you find you're doing it on the road, or is there anyone specific that writes it, or do you?
We just
have,
finished
like,
writing a song here while we were talking to you.
What, like right now?
Yeah, just right
You're
now.
that close.
Yeah, you didn't hear it?
No, I mean, I've got a song.
Oh, I just text messaged Adam the riffs, and he just put them all together.
Good
And
stuff.
finished the song.
Do you want to give us a go?
it's in the works still.
It's too soon.
It's a setback.
No, I mean the writing process. You know, Adam writes the majority of the music, and you know, I'll come in with some riffs and some ideas and things like that, and you know, we'll sit down together and put things together as well. and then we'll get all that together and send it on over to Ryan, who will add lyrics, or
Yeah.
maybe say, can you change this part, or can you subtract that?
I was going to say, like, obviously
Maybe stuff
Ryan
like that.
Ryan isn't with us, but does
Why did he die?
he's not in the room.
No. But, yeah.
Does he generally write the lyrics? Do you have like your own parts you do? Or
Yeah, he writes mostly all the lyrics.
does he have obviously because he's not here in the interview, but does he have a style or a format he runs to, or?
He definitely writes about life experiences, and it's all things that he's either are on his mind or he's experienced.
Yeah.
Very, very true to life, heartfelt lyrics for sure.
Do you ever find like there's anything you guys have lyrically that you try and express and say to Ryan, when you're writing something, this is something I can feel this is happening about.
Sure.
So.
And in the past, there's definitely been lyrical contributions, even from myself and from other people. But and he's certainly not unopen to that at all. And sometimes he likes it as an inspiration because it comes from a different angle.
Yeah, different perspective.
Yeah.
So, like we say, when you're looking at you're getting a new album recorded and so on, is there anybody that you haven't worked with yet who you'd be excited about working with? Maybe now that
As
you're
far as
running
recording a record?
both, like recording or playing live, or.
Well, we've pretty much worked with a lot of people already, and we're looking forward to working with the people that we know do a good job.
Like working with Ulrich Wiley, it'll be awesome. He did our True Self record and part of our Picture Perfect record, so it'll be awesome to work with him. He's an amazing producer and just a great dude to work with. As far as touring, and I'm the broken record of the band. Everybody probably knows by now who I want to tour with.
Who do you want to tour with?
Motley Crue.
Hence the jumper.
Yeah. So that's the only band that we haven't played with that I'd like to play with someday. We've been on festivals together, but I don't think that really counts. We can also say we played with Metallica, but that's just a festival thing. It would be cool to be on a proper tour.
Is there anyone you want to talk about?
No,
No?
not really.
There's a local band from Cambridge. Not Cambridge, Norwich, who called The Treatment. You ever heard of them? No, they were recently on tour with Kiss and Motley Crue. Yeah, Kiss and Motley Crue around the States. They're a bunch of little kids. Give them a kick if you ever meet them. The guitarist in my band knows the singer, and he's like, bastard. I hate him. He's like 5'2" and just we won't have to put it on here. I didn't say that. If I ever interviewed them, I never said that. So I guess you guys got a little break coming up with Christmas and so on.
Yes.
So you going back home?
Yeah. We got a European leg of this tour. We'll go over there and we'll do that almost right up to Christmas. We'll be back in the 16th or something, and then really after that, the focus is really going to be more or less all on the record.
So I was going to say with
we're
Christmas,
writing sessions are all pretty much over, but we're going to do revision, song revision, and rehearsal and stuff like that for the next couple months, and then we'll dump in and.
So with
get it all down and
this
recorded.
is interesting though. I've never really known. When you guys rehearse for live, a live situation, how much time and effort goes into that? Obviously,
It used to be quite a lot in the days. Now we just kind of show up and do it.
Yeah, like for instance, we the first show on this was actually Moscow, and we didn't see each other. We're showed up at the airport, hi guys. Next show, the next time I'll see you, we'll be playing in Moscow.
When you're at home or you're not doing band stuff, do you quite live quite separate lives, or are you together, or?
Me and Adam hang out quite a bit. We'll go
Yeah,
out.
we live Ryan lives out of
close.
town, so it's we've always lived in the same area. We always do stuff. But when it comes to band stuff, we do condense it a little bit more, into pre-planned lots of time, just because other people live out of state and stuff. But,
Back in the day, we just because of where we were at and stuff, we had to do a lot more work into it and stuff. As you become older and you've been doing it long enough, it just kind of all falls into place. You know what needs to get done, so we can budget our time a lot better nowadays.
Oh, cool. So when we're saying when you're back home and you've got Christmas coming up, is there anything you're really looking forward to about Christmas this year?
just relaxing.
Relax.
Yeah,
Ask for
it'd be
anything
nice
cool
to
for Christmas?
relax.
You can tell. You microphone.
What's that?
Oh yeah.
Anything
Oh,
possible?
Christmas
No.
gifts? I don't know if there's anything I really want this year. I might need a new blender.
Oh yeah. I'm going to New Orleans, so that'll be fun.
That's good. Have you been there before?
Oh yeah.
Love it there. It's great. It's like the most debauched place in the world, I think.
It
And
is. It's the
and
drinking
I've been to-
capital of the world.
I did Vegas, and I was just like, there's something that's so policed about it. I got drunk and I went behind a bar of the hotel at like 3 in the morning and there's no one there and I was like, what the fuck is this? I thought it was Vegas, it's 24 hours. So I went behind a bar and got myself a Red Bull and then about 5 minutes later, about 8 blokes, about 6'4", just all came around and they were like, excuse me sir. I was like, yes. Don't even fucking lie, you nicked that. I was like, this wouldn't happen in England. And they just sort of carried me to bed. I was like, but in New Orleans, it was just like free for all.
Oh,
Brilliant fun. You walk down the street, it's just something going on everywhere. Like policemen rearing up a horse into a club. Like, what the hell's going on? Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, definitely. Talking of like crazy stuff happening, have you guys experienced anything particularly odd at a gig? Anything weird happen? Like, looking out of stage?
There's just always something going on.
Yeah, never.
Like our drummer got lost. We played Hard Rock Hell.
Yeah.
And everything's far away from it, and he got lost coming back to the hotel rooms we were staying at. Ended up in a sheep field.
He scaled a barbed wire fence.
Two barbed wire fences.
So like,
and went through a creek.
Park,
And he just sat down and he was just like, I'm fucked. I guess I'm Welsh now. And he was ready to cry, and then he heard a car start and went running and found a drunk guy that couldn't even drive. And he was like steering the wheel for the guy to try to get him back to the hotel room, which he kind of made it back to.
So anyone out there from Wales, if we have to become Welsh, we're prepared to cry about it. I think that's fair.
He was kind of sitting like you were right there, just going, I'm fucked, in the middle of a field with sheep.
I think most people from Wales go through that in their life at some point. So maybe it's a rite of passage. Right, just to sort of come to a close on things, I've asked this to the other guys in the evening. Have you guys ever heard of the film Bucket List?
Oh yeah, I like
Yeah,
that.
Jack Nicklaus and Morgan Freeman.
Yeah,
And
I cried during it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Sensitive man. I'm not gonna lie, I cried. I cried through quite a few of those sort of films. And
I never saw it.
My girlfriend's just like, it's a Disney film. You know.
Excuse me one quick second.
But we're just sort of coming to a point, not putting you on the spot, but if there was something like bucket list moment, like something you want to do before you pass away, what do you think it might be?
Done a lot of stuff already.
Yeah.
I mean, just being successful with a band and going all over the world is pretty cool. I don't know. Maybe fly a fighter plane or something like that.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Like Top Gun style.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
That'd be pretty
Don't
bad.
be goose, don't be.
No,
Just to drive it on your own.
Pretty immense, yeah. That's good stuff. I would say like, you ever heard of the Cave of Swallows in Mexico?
Have not.
It's like the deepest natural hole in the world.
Okay.
And it's about 1 kilometre deep and you can base jump off it. I've
Oh,
always
right.
said I want to do that. But you kind of sit there and think, all those things you write
You
down.
have
it
to
makes-
be pretty good at base jumping.
Yeah, I'm
to
sure.
Go down a hole.
But-
It'd be different to go up a building because there's nothing. Well, there's things you can run into, but going down a hole's got to be tough.
Yeah.
Felix done one, didn't he? Jumped in a hole that was about, I don't think it was even 1 kilometre deep, but you know, Felix Baumgartner.
Oh, yeah, that guy,
Sure. Oh yeah.
Jumped in, 1 second later he's got to pull his parachute, and then I think 8 seconds later he's on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh, that was actually just another thing you say, like you've been around the world and everything. You obviously been in London a few times. What would you say is your favourite part about it?
It's a real cool city. It's very closely knit. Everyone's pretty friendly. Yeah, it's just been a great place.
See,
Do you like
we
beer?
get disgruntled as English people saying, I can't believe that person didn't apologise when they bumped into me as I walked by. But then you go to like,
Go to New York.
yeah, you go to, they just don't even try to move out of the way.
Yeah. Go to New York
So
sometime, and you'll
we're
see.
just saying about bucket lists.
Oh yeah.
Is there anything that you feel like that would be on a bucket list before you pass on?
I'd really kind of like you to finish this beer for me. On
What did you-
camera.
What did you do? when you-
No, nothing. I was just on the
Okay.
phone.
What, like in one?
Push your head back.
Oh, Jesus.
He's done it.
There. Yeah, there you go.
If you need to see how big the mouth is, that was cool.
No, I would definitely like to swim in the Great Barrier Reef in
Yeah?
Australia. That'd be cool.
That's a good
Yeah.
But now I can scratch that off. Pour a beer down somebody's throat during a radio interview.
one. Radio? Radio?
Or an interview on a radio.
It's a good thing I got a bib then.
There you
There
go.
you go. Beer
Yeah.
bib.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
This is Music Crowns following here with Soil. Rock on.
Thank you very much.
Cheers for that, guys.